I'm Bart Banfield, Superintendent of Epic Charter Schools. We're the largest statewide virtual charter school in Oklahoma, and welcome back to our monthly talk show, Epic Insider. One of the most powerful tools in supporting English language learners is the use of literature and story time. Reading aloud to children, whether by a teacher, parent, or a caregiver, helps develop their vocabulary, comprehension, and love for learning. Through stories, students not only gain exposure to new words and sentence structures, but they also learn about the different cultures, perspectives, and experiences. Later this month, representatives from our ELL team will be sharing a special story time of their own on our social media sites and more that addresses this very topic. Joining me on Epic Insider are Epic ELD teacher, Shelley Howell, and our ELL curriculum and instruction specialist, Tanae Acevedo. First on the show is Shelley Howell, and I see you have a special friend with you.
Yes, today we brought little Miss Iris.
Hola, Señor Banfield.
Hola, Iris. Okay, first question. I understand this story time is something you've been doing for a while already. How did all this begin?
So I think once I started to realize what reading levels were nationwide for kids, how far below grade level they were, I started to think about what is something we could do to share reading, a love for story time, and just spread that way.
I love that. Fantastic. Iris, are you enjoying story time with Miss Shelley?
Sí, me encanta. Miss Shelley makes every story fun. I learn new words in Espanol and English and learn about different people, places, and topics I didn't know about before.
So can you tell us about your favorite book she's read to you, Iris?
Oh, sí. My favorite book is Big by Vashti Harrison. Es muy bonita y me hace sentir muy especial. It's a book about being yourself and dreaming big, igual que yo. And it has really pretty pictures, too.
Excellent. So, are we encouraging students to choose one language over another?
No, we definitely aren't. We actually are encouraging them to continue their first language and then build upon that as they start to learn English. We've seen through research that the more vocab they have in their first language, the easier it is to then learn the same vocabulary in English as well.
Great. Next question. Where can families watch?
So they can find us on YouTube, and the story that she had mentioned, Big, will be coming up very soon.
Thank you for joining us, Shelley and Iris. Next we have Tanae Acevedo. Thank you for being on the show, Tanae.
Happy to be here.
Excellent. Okay, question for you. How does an Epic ELL teacher tailor their instruction to meet the unique language needs of our students?
I mean, when an EL teacher is working with EL students, I feel like it's very similar to how a teacher would tailor their instruction to a non-EL student. You know, right now we're serving about 1,500 EL students here at Epic, which is considerably more than what we had in the last few years. And just like with our regular students here at Epic, each student comes in with a different background and different needs, so making sure that they establish that relationship with their student and know what it is that they need to be successful helps them kind of create that successful way forward, making sure that they choose the correct curriculum that, you know, bridges the gaps that they're coming in with, that appeals to the way that they learn best, and helps provide the language supports that they need to be able to access that information. And another great thing that we have here at Epic is our ELD program, which is a virtual pull-out program for our EL students who are on the lower level of English proficiency and need more room to grow. So they meet 2 to 3 hours a week in small group sessions to work on listening, speaking, reading, and writing, and help improve that fluency and comprehension.
You know, that's one of the things I love about Epic Charter Schools is that we customize the education to meet the unique needs of the child, and so we just meet them right where they're at.
That's exactly it.
Okay, next question. So in what ways does an ELL teacher help bridge the gap between language barriers and academic achievement for our students?
One of the main things that we need to do as EL teachers is make sure that we're not only teaching our academic content standards, but we are teaching language standards at the same time. We have an EL cohort here at EPIC, which consists of teachers who choose to kind of go above and beyond for their students. They receive additional training and support on how to best serve EL students, and then they have continued support from our EL department throughout the year when any EL challenges come up. And a lot of that training kind of centers around the language instruction cohesively with the content instruction, so they not only are able to improve their English language proficiency, but also stay on pace with the academic standards that their grade level should be learning.
Yeah, it sounds to me like we've got lots of support for our students.
We do.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, last question. What role does an ELL teacher play in fostering a supportive learning environment that promotes both language development and social integration for English learners?
I think that's one of the things that we've slowly been developing, especially because given our kind of virtual setting, sometimes that can be difficult to build those relationships, those interpersonal relationships with other peers. So when we have those small group meetings, when we have our co-ops, making sure that our students have the ability to interact with other students, build that social vocabulary, feel comfortable, feel confident, and that they're in a safe learning environment where they can not only engage socially with students, pick up on that language, but also have the ability to feel free to make those mistakes and try when they're learning the academic content and not be nervous or embarrassed.
That's fantastic. Very good. So thank you for being on the show tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you all for being here today and sharing this fantastic project with our EPIC families. I have no doubt the story time with Shelley Howe will be something all families at EPIC can enjoy. I look forward to seeing the installment at EPIC flourish. And a special thanks to our viewers out there for watching this edition of EPIC Insider. I'm your host, Bart Banfield, and until next time, remember, at EPIC, school can be different, and so can you.